Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. We'll be practicing a sequence that will help you relieve stress and tension from your neck and shoulders and also help you open up your hips and your lower back. Let's begin. Close your eyes. Immediately start to focus in on your breathing. Lift up through your spine, giving yourself a lot more room and a lot more space internally for the breath to move. Feel for breathing in until you're completely full and breathing out until you're completely empty. During our practice, continue to fascinate on the breathing through each and every pose. Opening up your eyes. Seated side bend. Extend your right arm out as far as you can reach and bring your hand onto the floor. A little bit of a bend in the elbow. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend. Bring your head up so it's more in alignment with the spine. And feel for breathing deep into your left ribs. Neck release. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, extend your left hand down towards your hip and relax the left side of your neck. Your head falling towards the bottom right shoulder. Extend out through your left fingers, opening up your hand, feeling the lines from your hand all the way up to the release in the left side of the neck. To come out, pull yourself up with your left hand and then take the right hand, cradle your face, bring your head back in. Forward fold, extend your arms, walk your hands out in front of you. Release the back of the neck and the head down. And walk your hands back up. Change the crossing in your legs. Second side, extend your left hand out as far as you can reach. Bring the palm on the mat. A little bend in the elbow. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Your head coming in towards the right elbow as you reach out through the right hand. Explore, where do you feel the breath? Neck release. Exhale, sweep right hand down towards the floor. Find that perfect angle that releases the neck and the top of the right shoulder. So for some, you may want to pivot your head or lift the chin. Explore where it gets into your most tightest places that you hold there. To come out, pull up with your right hand, your right arm, bringing your torso over your hips. Left hand supports the head back over the spine. Your hands coming on your knees. A little bit of seated cat-cow. Take an inhale, arch and lift your chest, opening the collarbones. Exhale, round into your upper back, curling around the exhale. Lean back away from your shins. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the ribs, the shoulders back. Exhale, round your upper back. Pull your belly in. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round back. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, arch. And bringing your spine up to neutral. Come onto your hands and knees. We'll practice some cat-cow. And have your hands into fists right under the shoulders. Pressing down into the knuckles of the hand, the knees under the hips. And you may want to put a blanket under your knees if you have a thin mat or you have sensitive knees. Starting with the rounding of cat pose. Exhale, push down through your knuckles, turn your tailbone under and lift right in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, release the chest, looking forward or lifting up. Exhale, round your spine, pulling your belly in and up. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Spine coming into neutral. Lower down your hands, bring them down, and then reach out with your left hand towards the top of the mat, flexing your hand, feeling a stretch come through the forearm up to the chest. Bring the chin in just a little bit to lengthen out the neck. And press into your right hand. Left hand comes under the shoulder. Right hand extends out. Flex the hand, middle finger up, and lean back. Your chin coming in so the neck lengthens. And bring yourself back up. Hands underneath the shoulders. Widen out your knees and your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Coming into a heart and chest opener. Lower down on both elbows. Interlace your fingers and then walk the elbows towards the top of the mat. Look down. Your elbows are about shoulder width apart or slightly more narrow. Then lean your hips back. And if you have shoulder impingement issues, keep your head up or explore an area where you can release your head without pinching in your shoulders. Otherwise, forehead comes towards the floor and then lean back, lengthening your spine. And feel for a deep opening through your chest, saturating all through the lungs with each breath. And bring your hands down, press yourself back up, hands underneath the shoulders. Coming in to thread the needle. Your right shoulder comes underneath, reaching out to the left, and your head coming down on the floor. Your left arm comes up over the top of the head, or you can take it down in front of your face and gently press. Feel a rounding in between your shoulder blades where you're spreading into the back of your ribs. This is one of my favorite poses. It gets into those places where many of us have knots in between the shoulders. It's really good for that. Draw in through the belly for some support and bring yourself back up. Second side, thread left shoulder, shoulder blade under, reaching to the right, and coming down on the side of your face. And the right hand can reach above the head or staying in front of your face and pressing, rolling into the under shoulder blade. To come out, press firmly against the right hand, bringing yourself back to center. Knees come in, and then wagging the tail. Shift your hips to the left, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, shift your hips to the right and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, wag to the left, look left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, wag to the right, look to the right. Breathe in, come back to center. Lift the chin, open through the chest. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round. Give a little bit of a squeeze between your legs. That'll spread your sacrum and across your lower back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And coming into neutral. Lunge, step right leg forward. And then press yourself up. And again, please pad your left knee if you have a really thin mat or that sensitive knee. Right foot forward, take the hands on the hips. Push down and lift your chest up, lift your ribs up. Feel the tailbone lengthen down towards the standing knee. So feeling for a stretch coming across the left psoas or the left quadriceps, the left front part of your hip. And then take your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, squeeze the shoulders, and extend the arms back. Breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, feel for softening up the neck. Sometimes the neck and the jaw get tight here, so do a little bit of a wiggle move there. And then let it go. Hands down, downward facing dog. Curl the back toes under, hips up, and step back. Lunge. Set your knee down and bring left foot forward. So you're not super far forward enough to get into the hip again on the second side. Hands on the hips, sit down with the tailbone. Press down through this back foot and lift your ribs. Bring the shoulders back like we did in shrugs, and then the hands come behind you and squeeze the shoulders, bringing them back. Take one more big breath. Release. Bring your hands down, curl your right toes under, hips up, down dog. Inhale, come forward into a push-up position, set your knees down. Exhale, elbows beside the ribs, lower down. Low cobra or sphinx pose. Bring your hands forward about 12 inches. For sphinx, have the forearms on the mat. For a low cobra, bring your elbows up about 1 inch and then pull your chest forward, opening up through the front of your ribs. Have your head in neutral, not hanging your head down, nor jacking your chin up. Exhale, come on down. Hands beside the chest, inhale until you're full. Exhale, press to hands and knees, pull in your abs, downward dog. Warrior two. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left heel down, and then stand up. Take your hands, one at the low belly, one at the sacrum, right above the tailbone. Feel for lengthening your tailbone down and sending your thighs out away from the hips. And inhale, reach out for Eagle Warrior two. Exhale, bring right elbow on top. If you can't quite cross the forearms, hold onto the top of the shoulders. Archer Warrior two. Inhale, extend out through your arms. Exhale, bend the right elbow, hold on to the elbow, and then lean a little bit towards that back leg, your left leg. So you get this long side stretch. Inhale, reach out. Down dog. Exhale, slowly set your hands down, pivot the back foot, step back. You may need to put your knees down on the floor for that transition. Turn your head a few times and feel for loosening the neck so it's not tightening up. Warrior two. Inhale, left leg comes through. I'm going to show the transition here. So step it through. If it gets stuck, you may need to bring the right knee down, bring it forward. Heel comes to the floor, strong legs, press up. Pull your shoulders down away from your neck. Lift your ribs so that there's more space here through the lower back. Eagle, turn the chin right over the chest, left elbow on top. And spreading your breath all across your inner ribs. Archer Warrior two. Inhale, float the arms out. Exhale, bend the left elbow, right hand comes on top, and then slightly lean to the right. Inhale up, open up through the arms. Exhale, pivot around and step back into down dog. Inhale, come forward into plank, set your knees down. Exhale, elbows in, lowering your belly and the chest simultaneously. Some shrugs. Hands come out to the side of the shoulders. Lengthen the neck. Try not to drop the head down, so you're not overstretching the back of the neck. Head comes up just a little bit. Lengthening tailbone towards the heels. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, squeeze your shoulders, your shoulder blades in. Inhale, broaden across the upper back and the shoulders. Lower a little bit down. Exhale, squeeze your shoulders, your elbows towards each other. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, squeeze. Hands come beside the chest. Roll the shoulders back away from the mat. Exhale, hands and knees, and then widen out your knees. Bring your toes in, and come into a child's pose. Hips sit back. Start off really slow. So you start to get into the hips and it doesn't feel like it's tweaking in the lower back area. And walk your hands out and forehead down. And lift your head. Walk your hands over to the left of your mat. Your right hand out a little bit farther and then release the head. And raise your head. Walk your hands over to the other side of the mat. Go off the mat. Left hand reaches out. Walk your hands back to neutral. Bring yourself back up and reseat yourself facing the top of your mat. Extend your right leg out and bend your left knee. Hands come back behind you and then scoot in a little bit closer to the heel. Spinal twist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right arm reaches around, and you can go under the thigh too if you can't quite come over the shin. Lift up through the spine and twist. And keep the nose and the chin centered over the chest. Going inside and feeling around with your breathing. How you can use the breath to open up and release where you carry tight, or build the breath into places maybe that you need a little extra rejuvenation or a little more nourishment. Untwist. Second side, left leg out, bend the right knee, hands behind you, slide into that. Opening up through the hips, lift up. Exhale, reach around with the left arm and your right hand back behind you. Balance and bring the head over the spine. Sometimes the head falls forward. Bring the head back up. Exhale and twist. Make your way over onto your back with your neck relaxed. So come to the side and slowly extend your arm down, roll over onto your back. And then once you're on your back, come into bridge pose. Hands reach down towards the feet, curl the tailbone up, walk the shoulders and the shoulder blades underneath you. Pressing down through the feet. And feel for lifting your chest towards your face. Give a little bit of a squeeze between the inner legs, rolling them in slightly. When you exhale, coming down, opening the shoulders. I like to move my arms out so I can really feel those upper back bones starting to come down to the floor. And then when you're all the way down onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Your hands come right on the knees, make some small little circles. And step your left foot down, hug your right knee in close. Extend your right leg up, point and flex the right foot. Take the hands down on the hips or the belly. Slide your right leg from left to right. Back release pose. Put the right ankle up on the left thigh. You can stay here and traction out your hips and your back by taking the hands right on the thighs and gently pressing away from the ribs. Or pick up your left foot. Right hand comes in between and bring that left knee in close. Bear down on your inhale. Press and guide your breath through your belly towards your hips and your low back. So it really becomes a back release pose. And release. Foot down, right foot to the floor, hug your left knee in. And it'd be a good time to also check in with what's happening in the neck and shoulders. If your shoulders are kind of hiked up near your ears, bring them down. Extend your left leg up and point and flex your left foot. Hands on the hips, move your left leg from left to right. It doesn't have to be a big movement. If you're more flexible, bring it out, but keep that right hip down on the floor. Don't fall over. That's not part of the pose. Back release, left ankle up on top, either tractioning the hips or pick up the right foot. The shoulders stay down, the chin stays centered with the chest. Release. Final relaxation. Great way to release the hips and the low back would be to prop the knees together, your feet as wide as the yoga mat, the hands out to the side, palms up, or you can extend your legs out in front of you. With your eyes closed, Feel for scanning from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, relaxing your body completely. Invite yourself to go deeper in the relaxation. You can stay here a few more moments, enjoying the release. Or if you want to start to come up out of Shavasana, bend your knees. And raise your left arm above your head and roll over onto your left side, keeping yourself relaxed. Sit yourself up, keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. When you're all the way up, use the bottom hand to move your head back over the spine. Reseat yourself. And with your spine tall, gather your hands together at the heart and take a few moments to connect in with gratitude. Giving thanks to all of the teachers that live inside of you. The lineage of teachers that have guided us through our life and through our practice of yoga. And gratitude for the moment and the time you took to take care of yourself today. Namaste. If you're interested in more videos and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click below. Thank you.